So I'm at, once again, the famous Motoforza, and I'm here to check up on the status of the Phantom. The Phantom fell down. The reason that it fell down was the carbon fiber kickstand broke, gave out. It collapsed in the opposite direction. So it's been in here for actually the better part of a week. So I almost, Motoforza is getting almost more familiar with that than I am. But I'm looking around the lot here, and they've got some lovely motorcycles. This is such a fun place. This is a boy toy store, ain't no doubt about it. I may have a scooter in me one day. There they are all over there. I don't know if you can see them, but that's a distinct possibility. So anyhow, the Phantom is Horrors de Combat, let's put it that way. All right, I'm going to try to adjust this upwards a little bit. We're going to try to get a little more road ahead. All right, we got it. All right, let's fire up this puppy. And you shall ride home with me, with any luck. And we'll head back. Yep, kickstand is up. This helmet, this motorcycle I can use a helmet mounted cam on, which is nice. And I'm gonna work one so that I can get one to put on the Phantom as well. And maybe that'll make that ride a little more immersive and a little more fun than just looking at the darn Speedo. I have not worked out that part just yet, but I'll get that part, I swear, and you'll be able to see it. Okay, so enough of this drivel. Let's get it back so we can kick her in gear and get onto the road here. Here we go. So just let me look ahead a little bit. Yeah, I think this is about right. Should it be up a little more? Maybe. Okay. Let's go for a ride. And we shall see what's ahead. So I am in the beautiful town of Escondido at the moment, and we're going to head back over the deliciously named Dios Highway. And back to Wistful Vistas. So I've just locked up the helmet here, and I like this road. It isn't the best time of day to ride it. That seems to be a consistent theme with me, and that's because there are all kinds of people who use this road for commuting and things. Okay, clear. And but hey, that is what it is. There are more people on the road than just motorcyclists. Hard to believe. I don't like to think that, but so yes, the kickstand on the Phantom gave out. I parked the machine. I had just gone for a very nice ride, taken a lot of footage, as a matter of fact, that didn't work out. There's the BMW shop. Taken a lot of footage that didn't work out because all I got was footage of the speedometer, the display, the instrument display. And I was very disappointed about that, but I wanted to stop at our Homeowners Association office and pick up a small transponder that I need to get in and out of our gated areas successfully. And stopped, parked it in our driveway, and turned around. I had turned around to take off my helmet, and I heard a kind of a scritch and then a kaboom, and the turned around, and the motorcycle was laying on its left side. The kickstand had collapsed backwards to its normal force. In other words, it didn't go back against the spring. It actually broke right below the hub. I'll post a picture of it. And the bike had, from a complete stop, motor was off. From a complete stop and the motor off, had fallen over. I uttered the appropriate words, which my channel we don't use. You can utter them with me if you wish. And reached around, tried to pick it up, which was hard because now the kickstand was kind of entangled with the bottom of the bike. So picked it up and then wondered what the heck, now that I had it in the air, I wondered what the heck I was going to do with the darn thing, because of the fact that I couldn't, of course, set it back on the kickstand. The kickstand was gone. It was gone. There was nothing. And I finally figured out I've got to lean it against a post or something. So I found a fence, leaned it against the fence. Shoot. Love that auto blipper. And started it up, and it would start, but once I put it into gear, it would stall because the sensor was broken, and it made the motorcycle think that it was still up on the side stand. So I was pretty much broken and stuck. And I thought briefly, I was about 2 miles from my home, and I very briefly considered the thought, lovely road construction, very briefly considered the thought of pushing it home or pushing combination riding, and abandoned that because it was going to need some attention. I didn't know if I had all the bits to put the kickstand back up or not, but suffice it to say that I called Moto Forza, great guys. They knew of a specialty bike towing service. This person does motorcycle towing and bringing back and forthing as his sole business. So that seemed a great idea to use. I called him up. He was there within about 2 hours. Very long and lonely 2 hours. But he was there within about 2 hours. And oh, you idiot. Pardon me. I don't know if he's an idiot or not, but I'm just going to guess that he wasn't the top in his class. So after about 2 hours, the guy showed up, and we put the bike back up on his trailer, and away it went. And so from a dead stop, that has managed to do several $100s worth of damage, because I needed pieces for all the parts that came in contact with the ground, plus the balance of the parts for the kickstand, which had gone flying off into the wilderness. Little spring part, never to be seen again. And of course, you can't just buy the spring part, you got to buy the whole gizmo thing, or Rooney. And oh, look at this, where are these people going? Felicita Park, Happy Park. And and since all those parts were aftermarket parts, none of them are OEM. Remember, this machine was highly modified. None of them were OEM. That meant that we had to order replacement bits from these OEM manufacturers, and each one of them has their own little world that they revolve around in, and they'd much rather sell you the whole piece than just a little piece of it. It's not to say they're all not good, but they just aren't necessarily the best to go to for the spare parts you might need. So it has been in the shop for the better part of 2 weeks. We are leaving on an extended vacation in 4 days, and I will not have the Phantom back until sometime in mid-June when we return. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Can't even begin to tell you my level of frustration about this whole deal. Can't begin to tell you, except to say that I'm not happy about it. And what I would say to everybody out there in motorcycle land is, so carbon fiber is very seductive as a material, especially here we are in the 21st century. And it's seductive for the reason that it's lightweight, it's pretty looking, and we see it slathered all over the race cars and race bikes. Excuse me, I got a little itch in my throat. There it goes. And the race bikes that our heroes ride. So we say, hey, I want a little of that. And of course, it's on there for a reason. That is that it's ultra lightweight. It isn't necessarily what you ought to consider for, that was the end of our fun, folks. We just got up in the back of the caravan. It isn't necessarily what you ought to consider for a motorcycle that's going to see really much street use at all. And I'm a pretty light, I'm a pretty light user, but it's just not the greatest for those reasons, particularly when you're going to have it in a load-bearing location. I think for body work and the like, clutch upshift. How's the Aprilia like it? How do you like it, Tony Thunder? That was pretty nice. It works well without it too. But just be aware of that. My counsel to all of you out there in motorcycle and modification land would be that if you're going to slather on the carbon fiber, leave the kickstand for last or leave it off. I am not going to replace that carbon fiber kickstand. I'm going to use the stock piece. My plan is that they're going to put it in, and I'm going to bring it home and ride the bike for a little bit, and then I'm going to send it out to get powder coated black, because it's going to look, Jarrett did such a nice job and Dotto did such a great job of putting that thing together, and it's going to look uber weird if we have all this matte black and fanciful parts on it, and here's this sore thumb silvery looking kickstand stuck out. So I'm going to get it out and get it powder coated. I'm going to see if there is a matte black powder coat. I don't know if there is or not, but I'm going to see if there's a matte black powder coat. There's a clutchless upshift, better than me. And that is my long-term plan for that machine. So there you are, there you have it, up to date and up to the minute, up to the hour on what's going on in the life of the Phantom, and a little bit of the frustration that I have experienced as the owner of this marvelous machine. So hang in there, stay tuned. We will check back with you. It will be about 3 or 4 weeks as we're going on a lot of vacation. I hope to tour the Ducati factory, in fact, when I'm on vacation, which should give you a little bit of a hint on where part of my ultimate destination is. So, yeah, you've got the secret. If you see me, shout out and say howdy or buongiorno. And I will share, I definitely plan to share part of that experience with everybody, but I doubt I'll be posting a whole lot over the next 3 weeks or so. So take care. Thanks all for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. I really like that. I'm sort of surprised at this stage in my life that that's going on, and I've really enjoyed it, really enjoyed the ride. So thank you, take care, talk to you later.